Good morning. This is
Good
Teri
morning,
Morris
Teri.
from Impulse Hub and the Zero to Hero Web Club. And I'm very happy to have with me Veronique Rooney today, who's going to talk to us about managing your energy for your health and your business. So as an introduction, Vero is a business owner, an intuitive and holistic energy healer, a French translator and teacher, a mother, a wife, and the owner of Tap2Heal, which is her energy healing business. So Veronique, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming on today.
Well, thank you very much, Teri, for having me today. I'm delighted.
Okay. So Vero, can you tell us what energy healing is, just to start off?
Well, it's a big subject. For me, energy, most people are aware now that energy is in everything. And energy healing starts with becoming aware of your own energy, basically. Each of us have the power to heal. And I like to think that I'm a bit like a catalyst to show you tips and tricks and way into your energy so that you can better manage it. That's my approach of energy healing. But it's in everything, our thoughts, our actions, our body, our houses, it's in everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. I must say, like, even from my perspective, being a business owner and entrepreneur, it was really sort of getting in touch with how my energy was, and I didn't realize how important it was. But when I started getting in touch with that, and I don't even know it's such a big field, I didn't even know, what all that entailed. But the more I was kind of aware of my level of energy, the better I was able to manage it and the better I was able to actually do in business and stuff. So is that the kind of work that you do with people as well?
Definitely. Your energy affects everything that you do in life. If to give you an example, I'm a teacher. I do a lot of grinds and I have loads of students of all ages. And if I was to turn up in my class and have a low energy, if I was tired or if I was in a bad mood for whatever reason that day, that energy would transfer onto my students. And as a result, the class wouldn't be as successful, basically. So it's very important to become aware of your own energy and how it affects your actions, your thoughts, everything. And once you become aware of it, that's when you are able to do something about it, basically.
Okay, great. Okay, so I just want to, before we go on as well, I just want to say that if people have questions for Veronique, to go ahead and put them in the comments. I see a couple of people. Annette's there. She said hello. So I just want to say, I know we have a couple people listening, so thank you for joining in. And if you can just put your questions in the comments, if you have any questions, that would be great, and we'll try to get to those. Okay, so Veronique, can you tell us a little bit about Tap2Heal, the business that you have, and also how you got into energy healing?
Okay. Well, I've always had an interest into healing, as far as I can remember. I'm a translator, so I've been working as a translator for over 25 years, and that's a very left brain work, very technical. I only specialize in anything to do with computers. So it's very, very technical, very precise, meticulous, and very logical and rational. And I've always known that I wanted to use my right brain, and it just happened by chance. I was reading an article back in 2004 in the Irish Independent, and it was about a guy who had been diagnosed with MS, and he didn't say what he did, but he basically went into alternative therapies. And 2 years after the diagnostic, he was symptom-free. Now, I'm not saying he was MS-free, he was symptom-free. And he said he had more energy than ever before. So at the end of it, he had put a reference to a website, and I went on the website, and this is when I discovered EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. And basically, Emotional Freedom Technique is a tapping technique. It's also called a meridian tapping technique because it uses the same energy system as the Chinese medicine would use, and the acupuncturist would use as well, which are the meridians. So they're a bit like a wiring that we have in our system. And basically, when there is something negative in our life, whether it is emotional or physical, there's a blockage somewhere in that system and the energy is not flowing. So with this technique and the tapping, what we do is as we focus on the problem, on the issue that we have, we do the tapping. And the tapping actually goes along those meridians, sends a signal along the meridians and undo the blockage. And once the blockage is gone, then whatever was linked to that blockage, that issue that you have, whether it is fear of public speaking, fear of spiders, anger, all kind of things like that, all negative, that goes as well. And because it works on an energy level, once that energy is realigned and sorted, it doesn't come back again. And the guy who discovered it was Roger Gallahan, who started with back in the 70s, and he started with a technique called TFT, thought field therapy, and EFT came from TFT. And he was a psychiatrist, and he helped one of his clients who had a very big fear of water to get rid of it in a few minutes using that tapping technique. And that was at the beginning of the 80s, and she's still, as far as I know, free from her fear of water. And personally, I've used it for my fear of spiders. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. And how long have you been doing the energy healing?
I started really in 2004.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then when I started using the technique, I found out the technique and I used it on friends and families, and every time I was using it, whether it was for backache or headaches or migraines or fear of, presentation at school or anything like that, it was working. So what I did then is I looked more into it because I still, work as a translator, so I'm still fairly busy on that side as well. So I was kind of using it as a hobby. But I decided to go more into it, and I train, and I did the basic EFT training, and followed by the advanced training. And later on, I've also trained in TFT, thought field therapy, and NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. And I've added also some different type of energy healings, which are not about tapping. One of which is energy medicine from Donna Eden, which is about managing your energy using different energy systems, and it's all easy and fun exercises that anybody can do really to take control of your energy.
Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, my daughter is getting interested in the energy healing, and it's really lovely because she's kind of going around practicing on people as well. So it is very lovely, actually, I must say. So you mentioned a bit about some of the different therapies that you use, but you also do things like head massage and Reiki and the chakra cleansing and readings and stuff. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that as well?
Okay. Well, I find that EFT and TFT, the tapping techniques, they suit most people, but sometimes people would rather leave it all down to me. So that's why I looked into those kind of modalities as well, where the practitioner actually does everything. And for Reiki, for instance, you get attuned to the energy healing and you channel the energy. And basically, the energy comes through my hands into the body of the client, and it's literally out of my hands in terms that the energy goes where it's most needed. It's an energy healing, and it works for emotional and physical issues. And it's very relaxing and very powerful as well. I do Indian head massage. Actually, I trained back in England for Indian head massage, and that was my first encounter with energy. But Indian hand massage, my approach to start with was very mechanical. It was like really the massage. But over the years, I've developed my intuition about energy. And I also, you mentioned chakra, I've learned about chakras as well, which is another energy system that we have. It comes from the Indian side instead of the Chinese. It's the Ayurveda way of healing. And now, because my intuition has developed and my sensitivity to energy has developed, I'm a clairsentient, which means that I feel energy. I'm not a clairvoyant. I don't see things unless I'm actually working on you, doing a massage. And in that case, I actually see colors of your chakras, because each chakra has colors. Yeah. So anybody can do it with a bit of practice. It takes practice, and it's my passion. So
that's interesting. Wow. Okay, you have a quote on your website from a testimonial from one of your workshops, and she says that you give a good explanation about energy and how to protect it. So can you tell us, how does a person protect their energy?
Okay, some people tend to have a very open energy, and they would be very unprotected, if you wish. Sometimes things that people say to us or things that happen to us during the day really affect us and stays with us for the rest of the day. And when our energy is very open, these things will have a great impact on us, and it could be a negative impact on us. So let's say in the morning you get up and somebody says something wrong to you, and that stays on your mind all day through. And that would affect everything you do that day if you leave it to affect yourself. Okay. So, there are different techniques that you can use to reinforce your energy. I'm going to give you 2 tips for that. Our body is full of energy, and it's a bit like an electrical apparatus. It needs to be earthed, okay? Because our energy, sometimes we have an excess of energy, and it needs to be going somewhere. And we call that grounding in energy. And it's very simple to do. What you do is make sure you have your feet on the ground and put your hands on your thighs, take a big breath in, and as you blow out, you just literally visualize all your energy going down through your body, all the way down into the ground, and as far as you want into the ground, connecting to Mother Earth's energy. And that will kind of anchor your energy. And that can help you when you're tired, when you're stressed, when somebody said something wrong to you, and that is on your mind. And as a result, you might be clumsy, you might be forgetful, you might bump into furniture. These are kind of side effects that you can get from it when you are not grounded. So with a bit of awareness, you become aware of all those things and say, oh, right, I know what's wrong with me now. I'm dropping the keys everywhere I'm going. And basically just take a few breaths. 3 breaths usually does it. So hands on the thighs, take a big breath in and blow it out, and then just visualize the energy going down into the ground. And that'll be one way of protecting your energy, because that will reinforce your energy. And another one that I also work with with my professional clients sometimes, if they find that, for instance, even answering the phone, or if you have to make a phone call that, like calling the taxman or a difficult client or something like that, and you probably worried about what's going to happen, how it's going to be received, etc., etc. One thing that I show is the zip up. It's called. It's from energy medicine, from Donna Eden's energy medicine, and it's very simple to do. And it's basically as if you zip in your energy. And what it does, it kind of puts up a filter to your energy, which means that you basically receive all the good energy and you give out all your good energy as well. Mm-hmm. But anything that is negative doesn't have an impact on you. And the same, if you have something that is not so nice inside of you, that won't affect other people either. So all you
Okay.
do for the zip up is you rub your hands like so, okay?
Okay.
And you start from the pubic area and you just basically zip all the way to your chin. You lock it as if you had a lock there, and you open up your arms and accept all the good from the universe, nature, whatever you want, okay?
There
So
we go.
you do it 3 times. So you rub your hands, okay?
Okay.
Start from the pubic all the way, zip it up, lock it, and then take it in.
Okay. 1, 2.
All right?
All right.
And
And
you
one
do
more
it all the
time.
time. Okay, might as well finish it. Okay?
Right.
And out.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
And actually, this is very, very powerful. I had a parents-teachers meeting, which I was a bit apprehensive about, and I just did that technique just before going in, and I was just amazed at how good the whole encounter ended up happening. All my apprehensions was kind of dissolved, if you wish, when I went for that meeting. And yeah, it is very, very, very powerful. So it's something you could do every morning when you get up to protect yourself for your, for the day, or anytime you have something that you have to do that you're not very keen on doing. It's like, talk with somebody.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So that's great. Actually, I think a lot of those things they're brilliant. Even any of those kinds of things that kind of help you in terms of the way that you think and stuff. I know we have a couple of people online here, and again, if you have questions for Vero, if you want to post them in the comments, we will get to them. So if you have any questions at all, really enjoying having Vero here now and finding all this very, very interesting. So Vero, in today's world that you're dealing with a lot of technology, huge amounts of information, and it's taking its toll on our health and energy. So I'm just wondering, what is the sort of connection there is there a connection there? Between sort of all this technology information and our energy levels.
Yes, technology can be quite invasive in our energy. It really disturbs our energy sometimes. But to be honest, I think it's all about mindset as well. For me, if I decide that it's not going to affect me, it's just not going to affect me. And I think that basically put the message in your energy that, energy from EMF and all those things like, phones and television sets or everything that we have. If I decide it's not going to affect me, it's just not going to affect me, okay? But that's because I am able to do that with my own energy. And most people are not. Most people just go through their day and don't protect themselves that way, okay? I find that grounding yourself is very important in terms of protecting yourself against EMF and all those bombardment. I heard recently that in one whole day now, people get more stimuli than our ancestors used to get in their whole life.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And it's not only the electricity; it's also bad vibes from pollution, things like that, clutter, things that, disturb our energy. I love Feng Shui as well. And hi, Anne. I love Feng Shui because for me, everything is energy. Just to give you an idea, I had a client once who came, he was only 19 and he had difficulty sleeping. He just couldn't sleep. And I just basically asked him, tell me a bit more about your bedroom. And this chap used to do everything, like leave most of his life in his bedroom. And he had his telephone there, he had his computer, he had his tablet. He was big into music, so he had big loudspeakers. And he had everything electric in bedroom. Okay. And also I asked him what's underneath your bed, and he used to store all kind of things, like all his clutter underneath his bed. Okay. So the first thing I said to him is basically get rid of everything electric out of your bedroom. Yeah, tech free. Yeah. And even a clock, which is digital clocks have what we call blue energy, and that will affect your sleeping pattern as well. And under your bed, lucky you, minimalist. I am not a minimalist. And basically, under your bed, you should have either nothing, or the one thing that I would allow to be is bed linen. You know, some of those beds have drawers underneath, and you can put bed linen in it, but nothing else really. And also mirrors in bedrooms. If they're reflecting yourself when you're in the bed, you should have them turned away from the bed. And all these changes can make a lot of all these changes can make a big difference in your energy. And also try not to keep too much your telephone attached to your body. Some people have it in the pocket all the time, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, I think maybe we'll get to some of the questions, because I'm just thinking of the time, and if you don't mind, maybe we might go a little bit over to answer the questions, if you don't mind as well. Yeah, we got started a bit late anyway. So there's a question that came in from Alina. First of all, Annette says, great tips, Fro. I need these today, which is great. Thank you, Annette. And then Alina says, I'm 7 months pregnant and suffering from insomnia. Any tips?
Oh, gosh.
Congratulations, Alina.
First, I would say enjoy your pregnancy. That's, I think a lot of problem with our energy as well is that we've lost the joy in our life. Okay, so most of it, enjoy it. Okay, try and keep obviously everything natural. That includes creams that you put on your face, or everything that you put in your system. Keep it as natural as possible. Obviously, the tips that I've just given, they're also really good. If you have insomnia, there's an easy tip for relaxing your mind that can help as well. It's a bit of meditation, but it's only done on 3 breaths, and it's very simple. And what you do is you take a big breath in, and as you blow out, you basically mentally repeat and visualize the number 3 times. And as you do so, you give yourself permit to relax your body. And then you take another big breath in, and as you breathe out, you mentally repeat and visualize the number 2 3 times. And this time it's your mind that you're allowed to relax. And then a third breath in, and as you breathe out, you mentally repeat and visualize the number 1 3 times, and then it's the whole system, the whole energy that you're allowed to relax. Okay? And that could help as well. Now, I use that technique at the beginning of meditation, for instance, because it gets your brain waves into alpha waves, theta waves. To be honest, now I mix them all up. But it just slows down the frequency of your brain waves, which is very important to quiet down your mind as well. So that can help both on the mental and the physical. So maybe that's something that you might want to try, okay? And actually, as we're talking about breathing, there's another breathing that I just want to give to everybody because it's so simple and so easy and so important. It's called the limbic breathing technique. And limbic is our, have to switch on that. The breathing technique is basically it just quiets down the energy center called the limbic system in our brain, and that's your stress management system. And what we do to quiet down the limbic system is that you take a breath on the count of 2, you hold it for 1, and you breathe out on the count of 4 and empty your lungs. And as you breathe out, it sends a signal to your limbic system to cool down, to quiet down. And that has an effect on your whole physiology. It works on your adrenalines, the cortisol levels goes down, your heart rate goes down, your blood pressure can go down with that, and it helps with digestion, with concentrations, all that. And what you do is you just do that breathing 3 times. That's all you have to do. So take a big breath in on the count of 2, hold it for 1, and out for 4 or more, and do it 3 times. Do it at your own pace, because what you're doing is you bringing an influx of oxygen into your body. And sometimes people can feel a bit dizzy with it, because it's kind of a lot of oxygen coming into your system as well. But it will quiet down your body. So even for insomnia as well, that's a good one to do before going to bed.
Okay. I'm conscious of the time, so but I'm going to go ahead and there's another couple questions here. Just let me see if we go through here. So Anne Rand says that okay, that was a few minutes ago. Hello, Anne, you're very welcome. And then Siobhan Kavanagh Lokman has said, let's see, I have a query regarding integrated energy therapy. I have been attending a therapist for this, and I find it fantastic. I have been trying to release as much of the negative, negative energy during each session as I possibly can. Is there a way that I can focus more before I start my session to release more negativity during the session?
Right. Well, I would, 2 things. I would set an intention of letting it easy and fun. Okay. Things that we tend to fight against, things that we resist, persist. Okay. So if you have negativity and you're consciously trying to get rid of it, you're working against it, and basically you're making more of it. You're focusing on it, and you raising your vibration to the level of that negativity, and it attracts more of it. So what I would do is I would say, let it be easy and fun. That's all I would say. Just go with the flow and let go of your expectation as well. Very important. Okay? Because expectation can be very deceiving at the end, and in the end, if you don't get what you expect, that's more negativity coming into it. So just trust the process. IET is brilliant. It works with angels and archangels, and it's a very powerful and gentle way of working on your energy. And if it works for you, it's brilliant. Just trust the system. Trust it. That's what I would say.
Okay. I think we're at time here. So what I would like to do is that if you have questions for Vero, you can contact her. She is on Facebook at Tap2Heal. She's also on Twitter at Healing Catalyst. But before we go, Veronique, I just want to say thank you, of course, but I also, if you want to just tell us what you'll be doing and where you will be at in the next couple of months.
Okay. Well, I'm based in Fox Mills in County Wexford, and I work also over Skype and Facebook. On the 27th of March, which is a Monday, I'm in the Natural Health Store in Wexford, that's on the main street. I'm there every last Monday of the month for the morning, so from 9 to 1. And each month I tend to have a different theme. So last month I did on love, relationship, and slowing down. And January I usually do detox of energy, detox of any kind of detox. And then in March I'm doing about pains and aches. So focusing on pain clinic basically. So anybody who has any pain, whether, for the past 2 months or the past 20 years, energy usually gets really good results with that. So that's what I'm doing this month. So I'm on the 27th of March in the Natural Health.
Super. And I just want to mention as well that Veronique took one of my courses as well.
Yes.
One of my website in an hour courses, and one of the things I think that she said that I just think this relates to energy as well, is that when she was able to update her site and everything, that it gave you a new lease on life. I mean, I don't know if you want to have any comments around that, but
yes, definitely. I had a really useless website. I got it very early in my business, and unfortunately, it was very flat, very text-based, no dynamic, and it was really, really boring. And I was to the point that I used to say to people, I have a website, but please don't go on it because it's so terrible. And once I've been on your training course, after the 3 hours of the course, I had a website up and running. And at least I could just go to say to people and say to them, look, I have a website now, and please go and have a look at it because it's great. And a few weeks later, it just dawned on me how much it had pulled back my energy all those years.
Yeah.
The fact that I didn't have a correct, image of my business as well. And it has really freed me into being much more proactive into promoting my business as well. It's brilliant. Really, I recommend it.
Yeah,
and also, I
find
that you're very helpful as well. And that day that we did as well, to work on it afterwards as well. The one that you did in the group as well was brilliant as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I absolutely think I as I say, I don't know a huge amount about the energy, but I've seen the benefits and the impact of it, and I'm learning more about it. And I just think it can make a huge difference in your business. And I'm just so aware of my business. I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Vero for coming on. It's really, really been very interesting. And I think we could go on for a long time here. And I want to thank the people who joined us as well. And do check out her website. It's Tap2Heal is it .ie? .com. Sorry, Tap2Heal.com. And she's on Facebook and she's on Twitter. And if you have any questions, do get in touch. And thank you so much again for coming, Vero. And thanks everyone else. Take care. Okay. Bye-bye.